Maren Morris, Sadie's Mercedes on today's Best Country, Kick FM, 97.9, kickfm.com, 6:45. It's your Thursday morning drive-in, 39 degrees, clear skies. It's early, it's cold, and I know this is the, as they were saying before we came on, it's the wrong side of dawn for them, but I've got Josh Mullner, the director of American Revenant. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning.
And I've got John Davis, the original author of the books American Revenant.
Good morning.
Morning. And why don't you tell us a little bit about American Revenant?
American Revenant is a zombie apocalypse survival story set in and around Hannibal, Missouri.
Oh, wow.
Which is where I'm from. I live in Hannibal, been there for a while now. And I wanted to write something, zombies. You know, zombies are popular, zombies are fun, and writing in that is awesome. And it all takes people who don't live in Hannibal can come to Hannibal after reading my books and go, I read about this, you know. So it's very recognizable.
So you're down at the down at the docks, down by the river. You're at the pub, the brew pub.
Yeah, yeah. You can see all this stuff in the stories and in the short film.
All right. And how did the movie come about?
I mentioned to a friend one day. I said, hey, I would really like to make a trailer for my books to put on the internet and drive book sales, you know. Mm-hmm. And he says, well, I know a guy. So me and the guy, we meet. And next thing you know, we end up with a 25-minute short film. You know, it just kind of snowballed. It became its own thing.
Wow. Now, Josh, how did you get involved? Were you the guy that knows the guy?
Right. Yeah, I was the guy that the guy knew.
Yes.
So a friend of ours, Jeremy Delaporte, so shout out to him, came up to me one day and he's like, hey, I have this friend who's a writer and he's looking to make a trailer for his book. I'm like, okay. That sounds sketchy. And so we set up a time to meet. So I go and we go to this restaurant to meet each other. So talk to this stranger that I've never met before about this book I've never read. And it just took off from there.
And how can people read the books if they haven't read the books yet and they want to? How can they get a hold of them?
All the books are available on Amazon, which is where I sell all of them. There are 3. The first novella and the 2 full-length paperbacks after that.
Okay.
And they're also available in ebook for, you know, those who like their Kindle and that kind of thing. So all available on Amazon.com.
Awesome. And tell us a little bit about what people can expect when they go to the premiere tomorrow night.
So the way that we set up the premiere was originally we had a really short time window. And so we had one showing and limited tickets for that. And we gave away all the tickets to that. We thought we were going to be putting up posters and stuff around town, and then when we announced it on Facebook, we ran out of tickets in like 4 hours.
Yeah, it was like 4 hours. They went so fast.
Yeah. Wow. So then the theater, B&B Theater in Hannibal, they were great, and they worked with us to get us a larger time slot and a larger auditorium. So then we could have more people in that first showing at 6 o'clock, and then a second showing at 7:15. And so, yeah, that's what's going on tomorrow night. Is the first showing is at 6, and that one is totally sold out. And then there's a second showing at 7:15, and we've still got tickets available for that one. So if anyone wants them, they can let us know on Facebook or show up at the door.
Yeah, show up at the door. Come see us.
All right. And I hear that there's going to be a Q&A session in between the showings, right?
Yep. We're going to have a Q&A session after each showing. So we're still going to be in the auditorium there. That was another thing the theater let us do graciously, was they're going to let us stay in the auditorium after the showing, and the audience can ask us questions. Most of the cast will be there, so if they want to ask them questions, they can do that too.
Yeah.
And of course, they can talk to John.
Perfect.
Why they would want to, I'm not sure. You know.
Yeah, he'll be there.
Well, they want to know. They want to get the full experience of the stories. Are there any plans? You said there are 2 other books. Are there any plans for either more books or movies?
Actually, I've got a serial novel that I'm doing on my website.
Okay.
In that universe, and I'm also working on another novella in that American Revenant universe.
Okay.
So there's more story coming.
Perfect.
Yeah, all kinds of zombie goodness coming.
I'm gonna fire up my Kindle when I get home and start going through that, because that sounds really cool. Right up my alley. You know, I'm a huge zombie fan. Loved George A. Romero growing up, and I watched Walking Dead religiously.
Working on a film script, kind of for George Romero and some people he knows. I've only talked to one of them, one of the guys at Zombie Research Society, and I mentioned my idea for a script, and he's like, work on it. Let me see it. I want to see this. You know, so Very cool stuff. Many cool things happening right now.
What you know, this has obviously led to bigger things. You know, working for George A. Romero and his people. What sort of do you have any words for any aspiring writers or filmmakers out there?
Oh, right. John can speak to
that. For writers, write every day. Write. Set yourself a page count or a word count. Or I'm going to write for 2 hours. Write every single day. Even if you don't feel like writing, keep writing. And that's honestly the best thing any writer can do, especially starting out, is keep writing and then just put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Yes.
I know that's a very tough hurdle to get over. But
it is. It can be terrifying. So honestly, success can be terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the same basically goes for filmmaking too. You just have to do it. And with all of the technology that's available now, with smartphones and how cheap cameras are, the barrier of entry is so low that really anyone can get out and do it. And I think a lot of people, they don't because they're afraid that, you know, the stuff that they do at first isn't going to be good. And it probably isn't, but you have to get that stuff out of the way to be able to do the things that you really like.
Absolutely. You're not going to write like Stephen King.
Yeah.
Or, you know, be a filmmaker like one of the great filmmakers.
Yeah.
The first time you do it.
Yeah.
So keep going, keep doing it, and put yourself out there.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Josh, thank you. John, thank you. And the premiere is tomorrow night at B&B Theaters right there in Hannibal. 6 o'clock is the first showing. 7:15 is the second showing.
Yep.
All right.
We'll have DVDs, Blu-rays, posters,
T-shirts. So,
awesome.
Come see us.
And people have asked for, we have.
And tomorrow is payday for me, so I will probably be losing most of my paycheck there.
Perfect timing. We planned it that way.
All right, you guys have a great day. Coming up, I got Brandley Gilbert. It's Kick FM.